today we are back downstairs and we are back with the IntruBuster Generation 2. Today we're going to be shooting some new ammunition that I got in, the 6-gram ART Joules. These are 6.84 and they are gray, kind of a pretty cool gray color, shiny and smooth. These look really good. Looks like these are going to be some really good rounds. Okay, so these are the new 6-gram. Well, new to me anyways. Not sure how long they've been out there, but we're going to give these a try in the IntruBuster Generation 2. And then once we're done shooting 6 of these, of the 6-gram ART Joules, we're going to go ahead and try the magazine 6 of the 8-gram. We've done those before. The 8-gram AR Tactical Joules, which measure out to be 6.85. So we're going to do a little comparison between 6 rounds of these 6-grammers and 6 rounds of the 8-grammers, and we'll see what we get with in feet per second. Also, just to mix it up a little bit, we're not going to be using the CO2 in the handle. We're going to be using this Umarex 2x12g adapter, or cylinder. I like to call it cylinder. And I've already pre-punctured it in the back here. And there's a 90-gram MCS on and off valve on here as well. So it's pre-punctured. We'll go ahead and spin it into the back of this ASA. And then we'll turn it on and see if we have any leaks. And if we don't have any major leaks, we'll go ahead and we'll start off with those 6 grams. Okay, I believe I got both of these punctured, although I have had some issues before with it. So, all right, so unloaded. Okay, unless you're in a situation where you have no choice, like home defense or something like that, always a good idea to puncture and air up your markers with the without ammunition in it, just in case something goes, a little haywire on you. All right, let's see what we get here. All right, looks good. Not having any leaks. I had a leak earlier. I had removed the I had a bad gauge, so I had removed it off of this 90-gram on and off. So I just kind of put a plug in there, but I guess it wasn't sealing earlier, but sounds okay now. So all right, kind of wish I still had that gauge though. It did come in handy when it was working. All right, so we are going to, I left my other ears upstairs. Let me get another package. Let me put this here for a moment. Let's sit that right there. And let's get a new package of ear protection. This IntruBuster Gen 2, it's a loud one. It is a ringer, so it's always a good idea, if you like your ears anyways, to put some ear protection on. So I bought a box of these, I don't know, for like 20 bucks, and disposable. You can get a couple uses out of them probably as well, but all right. Okay. So we're aired up. I have the cranny set to feet per second, and we'll go ahead and, like I said, we'll start off with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the gray 6 gram ART Joules. And turn the laser on. All right. Let's see what we get here. I'm just going to call out the numbers. Shot 1, 424.2 feet per second. Shot 2, 397.9. Shot 3, 377.5. Shot 4, 351.4. Shot 5, 312.7. And shot 6, the last one here, or should be. Whoa, 268.7. All right, so that was the 6 grams. That one went bouncing back. All right, mag looks good. All right, let's see. Kind of surprised that the feet per second dropped so quickly, making me wonder if both of these 12 grams punctured. I have had intermittent issues with the, you don't really hit it really hard from the start, and then afterwards you try to hit it once one of them's punctured. It's very difficult to ensure both of them are punctured under pressure. So we'll see. It'll probably regenerate a little bit while I'm talking as well. So those were the 6 gram. Let's go ahead and try the 8 gram, and maybe I should have started with the heavier stuff first. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 6 of the AR Tactical 8 gram. All right, 8 gram, shot 1. Actually, I got a dead trigger. Dead trigger, I do. Let me take a look at this. I suspect only one of those 12 grams actually punctured. That is what I suspect. So let me take a quick look at it. If that's the case, I'll change the order, put them back in, see if I can puncture the other one. Or maybe we'll just put it in the handle. So let's see. I'm gonna have to degas. I think I do have one in the handle anyways that I could puncture. So we can just finish this little session here before it gets much later. I really wanted to do a good test of the two 12 grams. I'll have to do another test later. Or maybe what I'll do is take the one out of the handle I have, and we'll start over with 12 grams so we can get a good, more accurate reading here. At least on the 8 gram anyways, right? Yeah, so the last one in, first one out, it didn't puncture. So that's the, ooh, come on. Actually, that is, all right. Bear with me, folks. Unscrew the back of this. That was my handle CO2 I just showed you, so I can use that. That's an unpunctured. Wow, that thing's still... Holy cow, that's on there tight. I don't know how I put that thing on so tight. Holy cow. Alright, you know what? Let me get this worked out. I'm going to cut it here. We'll splice back in. All right, we're going to try this again. I got 2 fresh ones in here now. I had a problem where only one of the 2 punctured in this Umarex 2x12g. So we're going to give it another try. Let's see. Hopefully this time, I should have known there was something up because I was getting some jingling going on in there. So let's see if we fare better this time. All right. It looks good. I mean, usually when those little tabs, those circular tabs are showing, usually that means you got a good puncture. It's not always a guarantee though. Sometimes the outboard one won't puncture fine, and that's what happened last time. So let's see. Yeah, I still hear some. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we're gonna try it anyways with the 8g. We already shot the 6g on essentially one 12g in here, so we'll see what we get out of this magazine of the 8g. Let's turn this on. All right, I heard the bolt kick on. It was kind of quiet, but it did its thing. All right. 8g AR Tactical 8g Joules. These are 685. And they've been weighing in a little over 8 grams, about 8.28 is on average is what I've been seeing. Or consistently, I should say, not on average, consistently they've been weighing in like that. All right, so we are gassed up. 8g AR Tactical Joules. Shot 1. 368.6. Shot 2. 352.5. Shot 3. 339.1. Shot 4. 330.9. Shot 5. 327.4. And shot 6. 315 to be exact. That felt pretty powerful. I'm thinking maybe both of these did puncture this time. So won't know for sure until I pull it apart and check punctures. All right, what else can I shoot since I believe I still have gas left in here? The 6 grams are around my feet. Maybe I can, well, actually, I think I might have at least 4 of the 6 grams. There's another 8 gram. Yeah, I got 4 6 grams here. Four of those. I don't know if I can find the other, if I can find 2 more. It's another 8 gram. All right, here's another 6. And there's another 6. All right, because I really want to try these again. So here's 2 more. All right. Clean these off. A little dusty from the trap. All right, so looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 6 gram AR Tactical Joules. These are the 684 size. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and load them up because I believe I think I did puncture both, but we'll see. We'll check that when I'm done here. Let's do these 6 and then let's get the fuzz out of there. Be surprised all kinds of fuzz you get in those target traps. Yeah, 6 of these. All right, so these are the gray ones, the 6 gram. Let's see what we have left out of the 2 12 grams. All right, 6 grams, shot 1. 381.4, shot 2. All right, that one didn't read. Shot 3. 338.6, shot 4. 321 as it came flying back at me. Shot 5. 302.3, and the last one shot 6. 280.8. And with it that low, I'm guessing we're out of gas, but pretty close to it. So we're going to degas and check the punctures. That's the only thing with these. You got to really hit them from the start really hard. And that's using Umarex branded cartridges, 12 gram cartridges with the Umarex 2 times 12 gram adapter. So even with that, you would think we're gonna spin this off the gun, but it's a nice little setup. Nice little setup anyways. You don't have to use the on and off with it. You could just use a 88, 90 gram adapter. You will need an adapter if you don't have the on and off though. All right, let's see what happened here. All right, well, so that's good news. The outboard cartridge did puncture, and I kind of suspected that they both punctured this time because those first numbers with those 8 gram joules, those feet per second were pretty good. They looked pretty powerful, more than a regular 12 gram has typically been given me. So let's see now. So the outboard, the last in, first out, good puncture. And of course, usually this one's not the problem anyways. Nice puncture, nice tear on the first in, last out. Okay. But for any of you that have been watching my channel for a while, you know the struggles. You know the struggles are real that I've been having with these. They're nice when you get them both punctured. They're great. I mean, you get really good shot count with these. Get quite a bit more power as well. And, you know, 12 gram compared to 90 gram CO2 is so much more economical. I mean, you can get, for 30 bucks, you can get, at least I've been buying a pack of 50, 12 grams, Umarex branded for 30 bucks for $29.99 on Amazon. So it's, you know, versus the cheapest like I've seen 90 grams is maybe $10, you know. Well, 20 bucks for 2. Usually there's 2. So this is a nice little rig. As long as you nail it, as long as you nail it really hard from the get-go. If you just kind of give it a soft smack and you don't really lay in on it, I will tell you, once you if you only puncture one of the 2, then after that it's nearly impossible to, because now you're fighting pressure as well, back pressure on there. It's nearly impossible to get that other one to puncture. You might as well just shoot through it, and then when you're done, degas and throw another one in there, you know. But yeah, so that's the IntruBuster Gen 2 with the 2 times 12 gram Umarex adapter and firing the 8 gram joules and also the 6 gram 684 joules. So, all right, hopefully this was helpful. Peace out.